going on, people? Hey man, it's January 31st, early in the morning, Wednesday morning. January 31st, 2024. Here, I'm gonna turn the fan on a little bit. There. Hey. So anyway, so what did I decide to do when I came home from work tonight? Well, here I am talking about XTC, as you can see down below. This is my 12-inch collection. I'm going to include my 10-inch collection as well, because there's 4 or 5 discs. There's 5. Exactly 5. There's a handful of discs, 10-inch discs. But anyway, let's get to it. I'll try to make this pretty quick. There are quite a few additions to my collection, and this is actually one of them. Now, this looks like, well, this is the cover for the 3D EP. It looks like one that I showed in the past, but it's actually a second one. And the reason I got this is because I picked up an earlier pressing. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Lined inner sleeve. Virgin Records inner sleeve. And as you can see, it's the 3D EP, but with the blue, the red and blue label. Let's pull it out and I'll show it to you. I picked this up actually about 2, maybe 3 years ago. I got my hands on this, and I think when this was released, okay, yeah, this has a different catalog number, VOL E3. So as you can see, if you hold this up to the camera, you can see that right under 45 RPM, it's got the VOL E3. So that's the catalog number for this sucker. And it actually came in a company, like a generic company sleeve. All right, there's the B side. You can see the other 2 tracks. Actually 3 tracks, because it's got that last little diddle on side 2. But anyway, so Science Friction, She's So Square, and Dance Band. And then I forget what I called the thing at the end. Oh, Goodnight Sucker is what it's called. But anyway, this thing's in absolute mint condition. It is so quiet that I couldn't believe I paid such a small price for it. It was an absolute bargain. And what I found that was kind of cool about it was, rather than get the company sleeve, I got an actual a regular picture sleeve that you would normally get with the re-release. And of course, it's VS 18812, and it's in really nice condition. Even the spine is clean. Just a little tiny bit of ring wear on the front, on the top, and that's no big deal. All I know is it's beautiful, and the record itself is absolutely in brilliant condition. Unbelievable. So a first pressing, or an early pressing anyway, of the 3D EP, but with a picture sleeve. So there you go. All right. Here's my, let's take a look, just to be sure. Identical, right? I think I already checked that out. Yeah, it's identical. This one is actually a little bit cleaner. The cover itself, anyway. And of course, this has the green and red. Oh, it's got that blemish on the front too. Got that little dot. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? It's just in the paper. I don't know what it is. So, but this has, comes in a plain inner sleeve. It says made in Great Britain. And I think that's the sleeve that this came in. And, it's just the usual red and green labels, as you can see. So, all right. You've seen it many times before. So we'll put it away and we'll move on. This XTC collection is pretty cool, I gotta say. At least I'm happy with it. Here is the, it's all the British import releases since I'm in America. So here is White Music. All right. Yeah, look, White Music. Cover is in beautiful condition. So for that, here you go. White Music. Here's the back of the sleeve. Everybody's acting like a bunch of nuts. And what I did was, I just made a Xerox copy of the lyric sheet, the page of the lyric sheet that came in Drums and Wires. It has all the words. Oh, I just realized I'm missing a 10-inch. Here, let me show you this. I guess this is probably a repress as well. Probably should be on the red and blue label, but it is a later pressing. Whoops. Here's your B side. And there you go. Yada yada dee. That's the first album. Let me pick up the other record that I wanted to get out of here before I go any further. Yeah. All right. After White Music, I actually picked up something that comes in between the first and the second record. And that is the Hope and Anchor. This is on Virgin Records. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Warner Brothers. That's a 2 LP set of live performances, and the reason I picked it up, you got all kinds of people on here, but XTC has two tracks. I'm Bugged is on side 1. It's track number 6 on side 1, and on side 2, track 2 is Science Friction. So that first album has a couple of live XTC tracks. I believe they're exclusive to this record. I don't think you can get them anywhere else. If you can, I'm not aware of it. I didn't do a whole lot of research about it. But at any rate, I thought this was pretty cool. Here's the insert. And the insert here, let's see, where are they? XTC, there's the Stranglers here. Here we go, I'm bugged. There's 2 pictures. Right there for I'm bugged. All right. And down here for Science Friction. So who's the guy in the middle? I think he was like an extra. Yeah. Statue man. All right, so anyway, so I picked this up for a decent price. All right, it's just a Warner Brothers pressing. A UK import, of course. Side 2. It's in, I'd say very good plus condition. It's in really great condition. All right, no line sleeves. These sleeves are pretty clean, pretty smooth. Somebody wrote shit all over it. No biggie. Oops. So anyway, there it is, the Hope and Anchor. It's a place I think that still exists. Friend of mine, Mike Brunt, has been posting videos, links anyway, of Squeeze at the Hope and Anchor. Another great band, Squeeze. But I don't have an extensive collection of their releases. Just a couple. Argy Bargy. Definitely a good one. So anyway, there you go. Hope and Anchor with some early live tracks. And then, of course, we move along to this is the this is Go To. I think what I did was I had the American version and then I put it aside, but then I pulled it back out again. I thought that that's what this one was, maybe the American one, but it looks like maybe not. Oh no, this is the import. Yeah, here it is. This is the American version. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you this one because I had tucked this away, but this is, I like having this one because first of all, they did a decent job. Virgin International did because they included the same insert that was included in the British release. So you get the little poster, pull-out poster, and on this side you get to see their, their faces lined up, and you get to see the print that's on the inside of this thing. This is Virgin International. Virgin International. So they have that, look at that label. So this is a domestic pressing. And didn't even bother to put it in a line sleeve because I'm a slug. But again, I just made a Xerox copy of the the one from Drums and Wires. So you get the lyrics for this, for Go To. And the thing about the domestic pressing of Go To is that it contains, hold on a minute. Magnetic Dancing, Battery Brides, Buzz City, Crowded Room, The Rhythm, and Red. And then on side B, side 2, Beat Town, Life is Good in the Greenhouse, Jumping in Gomorrah, My Weapon, Super Tough, and I Am the Audience. No. Are You Receiving Me is not on here. That was a mistake on my part. What's up? A giggle, giggle. My mistake. I thought Are You Receiving Me was included on this record, and I was incorrect. So I guess Are You Receiving Me is, it's only on the greatest hits. Oops. And here's the insert that came with it. So there, I'm correcting a mistake that I had made. I don't know why I thought it was on here. I thought it was. Are You Receiving Me? I don't know what made me believe that that was the case. All right. So that's the U.S. pressing, the domestic pressing. Here is the import, the British import, and the British import. Virgin Records in England, they took it a step further. This beautiful release, and you see that the whole front and back of the album cover is just like cheap, crummy typewriter print. Well, they carried that concept over to the label, which I think is the coolest friggin' thing. So there you go. All right. The inner sleeve, even some early copies of the inner sleeve said they had a paper inner sleeve that was stamped. This is the inner sleeve. Here's the same insert. I'm not going to pull this. I'm not going to open this up. It's the same as the one from the American release. All right, we'll put this away. Such a beautiful package. This is the record cover, right? Yeah, that's all. All right, now, I think the first 15,000 copies of this was the first 15,000. Came with the Go Plus EP. All right. The Go Plus EP is 5 tracks. Andy kind of rejiggered these tracks, modified some of the recordings from their first and second album, I believe. And so you have Go Plus, the Go Plus EP. It says play it loud or not at all, right? Yeah, play it loud or don't play it. Don't be a schmo. All right, so here we go. Let's put this back. This is really, really, really good shape. All right. The VS23312 is the catalog number. And I happen to have two. I'm not sure why. I forgot that I had two. But I have two, so there. All right, so, all right, here is the British pressing of Drums and Wires with the free 7-inch single. Here's your hype sticker. Right, here's the back. Whoops. Here's the beautiful album in all its glory. This is the very first XTC album I ever owned. This is the actual copy that I bought when I was 16 or 17 or maybe 18. And yeah, that was 17 when I picked this up. It had only been out maybe a couple of months. So so here's the record itself. Here's the lyric insert that you get with this thing. All right. Like how he talks about they're in the town, I guess it was townhouse, was it, or whatever studio they were in, and he talks about Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull. Here's all the lyrics for all the records that were released up to this point. Both previous albums, the 3D EP, and all the single B-sides, A-sides and B-sides are, you know, all the lyrics are printed, included on this this insert. And here's the free EP that comes with this. EP. It's a free single in England. In America, it's an EP. Chain of Command and Limelight were the two extra tracks. Sweet. So let me put this away. And just what a fantastic album. My covers are slightly beat up, but not any real ring wear. It's just a little bit, got some wrinkles. And it actually had wrinkles in it when I bought it, so it's not something that happened over time. It was something when I bought it and I unwrapped it, had some, like right here in the corner, you know, right here. Just annoying little bump. I can live with it. In fact, the hype sticker's I kind of don't like that hype sticker ruining the cover art, but there it is. So right. Here is an American promotional copy. Whoa, promo copy, not for sale. And it's got that big stupid sticker on the front ruining this whole cover. But you know, and then here's the Here's the inner sleeve that it comes with. Here's the wrinkled, the wrinkled, it's all wrinkled. It's actually a lined sleeve, believe it or not, in America, of all things. Cheap, Americans usually they cut corners, but so here's the here's the record itself. I believe the promos look like this, and the stock copies actually look the same. So, all right. And what you have is on side one, it starts off with "Life Begins at the Hop." So, in England, "Life Begins at the Hop" was a single A-side release. It wasn't on the album. But in America, somebody said, hey, we're going to make this the very first track of the album. So that's what they did. And what they did in America is they wanted to include Limelight and Chain of Command. So they put it on this record. They also wanted to include, you know, when they put "Life Begins at the Hop" on side one, they had to take off a track. And so what they did was they removed "Day In, Day Out" from the album lineup, and they put it on this record. So there you have it. That is what they did. All right. So side two has "Day In, Day Out" and then "Chain of Command." It's actually warm in this room. Right here it is. Ah, but wait a minute. Not too long ago, Ape released this version. All right. This is a beautiful copy of Drums and Wires. And it includes, all right, here, first of all, pull out the record itself. It's a really heavy album. I mean, when I say heavy, I'm not talking about the music, which is also heavy. I'm talking about the record. It's heavy. And so here, they didn't want to totally duplicate the Virgin Records label, but they did include the same colors that were on the original release. So you see a red label with green font on side two. Of course, here's side one with green with red and blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of cool looking. It's got the little chimpanzee on the side, right? Here's the inner sleeve. Shows you all the cool things that, you know, other releases. Here's some of the oddball ones that are really cool. Here's their regular album collection. All right, so there you go. And of course it includes the Dukes of Stratosphere. All right, so here's the record, the album, and as the hype sticker points out. There are, in early copies, an extra single that include Chain of Command and Limelight. And hey, now I like that picture label. That is nice custom label with Limelight on the back. That is just beautiful. So I said, you know what? And look, they're totally different. Well, not totally different. Before I drop it, here, give me this thing. Yeah, Limelight is side 2. Side D, actually. So, but Chain of Command is the side 1 of the single, anyway. And so I picked this up. I wanted this. I love that picture label, or yeah, picture label. Nice limited edition feature. All right. So let's put this away. Put this away too. And this. Again, I made a copy of the insert from the British original pressing of Drums and Wires to include in here. There it is, man. All right, now we're going to continue on with the original releases. And after Drums and Wires, Andy went and put this out. What does it take away? The Lure of Salvage. So just like with the Go Plus EP, he went and played with some earlier recordings, XTC recordings, and he manipulated them and he tweezed them and he did all kinds of fun stuff with them and he turned them into this album, The Lure of Salvage. I think this has since been re-released. I don't know if it has the same cover though, but anyway, this is an original pressing from 1980. Yeah. And it's in absolutely glorious condition. It is as mint as you're gonna get. I hardly played it. I've played it before, but I hardly play it. Here's the label for side 1, that beautiful custom label. And side 2 has one as well, The Lure of Salvage. B, side B actually. Sides A and B. And you know, showing this thing off makes me want to play it because it's been a while. I should play the Go Plus EP and then crank this up. He also has assorted B-sides that have a similar quality to them that came out around the same time as Drums and Wires, and I show them on my previous videos for the 45 collection that I have, the 7-inch collections that I have. But anyway, so here, you know, here it is, right? Beautiful copy, no ring wear on this thing. Beautiful. All right, so can XTC properly get back into the studio as a band? They go to Townhouse and they put together Black Sea. They record a whole bunch of songs and they released Black Sea. Now this is the British, I'm sorry, this is actually a German copy, a German release. Not sure why I didn't get a British copy. I got a German one, but anyway, I just played this not too long ago. The whole record, I just sat down and listened to the whole damn thing, and it was beautiful. Here it is what it looks like when it's outside of the green sleeve. And you can see how it says XTC right there on the cover. Right there. And here's the gang going deep sea fishing off of the coast of Greece, of ancient Greece actually. And so that's what they were doing back in the 1800s. Amazing, you know. These guys, they, you know, you live a long and healthy life if you eat properly, and you know, you brush your teeth, and you know, don't forget to floss. So anyway, so all right. Oh yeah, here they are, sailing away. So so here is my German pressing of Black Sea, and it looks very similar to the British release, I believe. All right, here's your label. Beautiful quality. I mean, this is nice, quiet pressing. Our good friends over in Germany do a fine job. You know, like over in Holland too, same thing, man. Yeah. Produced by Steve Lillywhite, as it says. All right, so, but anyway, here is Black Sea, my German pressing. Excuse me. Now there's all kinds of what I call ephemera. There's also a proper inner lyric insert. It's not the inner bag, it's just a lyric insert. Duplicate, I believe it duplicates what was released in Britain. And when I was going to Trenton State College back in October of 1980, I'm sorry, April. This is from April. April 13th. XTC played live at Rutgers, and I managed to grab this little promotional flyer for the concert. As you can see, Ramblin' Rose. All right, a little chunk of it got, you know, the dog got hungry one day and took a bite out of it. That's not true. It was just tape. But I still have this thing. It's I'm amazed that I still have it. So any collectors of promotional posters, I would love to know how much this might be, what the value of this might be. Can I retire if I sell this thing? I don't know. Yep. Preserved for years and years. 40 years ago. While I was there, I met Terry Chambers. He was standing in the back. A bunch of us got in early. And the equipment was set up on stage. And there were a bunch of people standing around. Well, I turned around and I saw toward the back of the place Terry Chambers. Here, I bought this. I bought this poster at the venue. What I did was I saw him standing around, and I went over to him and I said, "Terry," I said, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're just standing here." And I introduced myself, like he cares. But he was really, the guy was just a gentleman, really nice. He was smoking Winston cigarettes. Clearly, he had the pack. He brought it over from England. It wasn't a domestic pack of cigarettes. And I said, can I bum a cigarette? And he gave me a cigarette. So I bummed a cigarette off of Terry Chambers years and years ago when he was on tour. And I was like, dude, I love your drumming. I just can't believe that you're standing here and nobody sees you. I don't understand that, because he's so recognizable. And I figured girls would be swarming around the guy. But anyway, so I said, if I may, I'm going to get a poster. Maybe you could sign it. And he did just that right here. See it? Of course, when I folded this stupid poster, I folded it over the signature, but there it is. So I have Terry Chambers' signature on here. I didn't get to meet anybody else in the band, but I did meet Terry, and being a drummer, that was enough for me. I just was over the moon. So, and the guy was just so nice, man. And I feel like such a jerk because I'm bumming cigarettes off of him, and I'm bothering him to sign this poster, but he was just really nice about it. So Terry, thank you for making my day when I was a kid. I was so excited. It was really a fantastic day for me to actually to meet you at the back of the auditorium where you guys are playing. Unbelievable. On their last full tour. So there it is, the German pressing of Black Sea. Still have the green wrapper, which is dissolving at a rapid rate. The elements are taking their toll, but so far so good. So I'm going to keep it in there. At least it protects the colors of the proper record cover, I guess. So, oh, good golly, what is this? This is the Canadian pressing of the same album, and it came in this black plastic wrap, which is probably better. It's lasting longer than that green thing. This is actually a cutout. It's got a punch hole in the cover, as you can see here. So there were a whole bunch of these. I think these were at Cheap Thrills in New Brunswick. And I saw this and I was like, well, this is cool. It doesn't look like the other one that I have, so I bought it. And I think it was like $3.99 or $4.99. And here's where I keep the tour book. Look at this. I think this was from a trade magazine. I actually hung this up on the wall. An ad for the single Generals and Majors. The new single from the album Black Sea on RSO Virgin Records. So this was a domestic magazine. And I got this out of the magazine, just tore it out. And still have it. I can't believe it. And I think I was dumb enough to annoy Terry to sign this as well. Did I or no? Maybe I didn't. You know what? I hope I didn't, because don't want to be that annoying. Yeah, thank God I didn't. But anyway, cool. Nice book. A promotional book. This is from the Surround Sound series. I keep it with the album because it fits. It just fits in here so nicely. So there you go. But anyway, and then the record itself. Now I don't even know if on the German release the label looks like that. I didn't notice. On the Canadian one anyway, it looks real nice. Actually looks very similar to the German release. But anyway, there you go. And it has the, actually it has an inner bag, as they would call it in England. You're supposed to put the album inside here. You can see the whole punch maybe. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there it is. It's right there somewhere. At any rate, this is my Canadian pressing in the black plastic bag that it came in. It's so funny. A lot of people, they don't store their records in the record covers because they don't want to cause the ring wear to occur. And me, not only do I put the album in here, but the tour book goes in here. And look, there's no ring wear anyway. I don't understand people why they why they don't put their albums in. And I've seen, like, you know, a lot of people will do that. They don't store their records in the record cover. And I'm like, screw that. Just take care of it. So that is what I do. Excuse me while I get a refreshment here. Those bells. All right. So there's a Black Sea. This is the Japanese picture label. It's a 6-track EP called Live and More, and it's beautiful. It's just a Japanese something somebody came up with over in Japan. They got together and said, hey, let's put something out that's really cool. So what did they do? They got a bunch of tracks, non-LP tracks, and they put out, wow, this is awesome. I have to admit, I haven't looked at this in a long time. But they put this together, this 6-track EP. And so that's side 1, blue, and then side 2 has red font going around the label, but beautiful picture label. Same picture on both sides. It might have been a good idea to have 2 different pictures, you know, if you want to bitch, all right. But at any rate, beautiful package. Here's the little insert that has the words Live and More. Yeah, it's got all the words. So you get Don't Lose Your Temper, Smokeless Zone, then Living Through Another Cuba, and Generals and Majors Live. And then side 2 has Scissor Man. It also has the Somnambulist, and then it has which is a studio recording, and then it has Set Myself on Fire live. So it has the two. It's weird because there's a lot of material from that album that's not on the album Black Sea, B-sides, on singles. But what they did was they picked a bizarre selection of stuff to put on Live and More, and it's weird how they did it because well, it's not that weird, I guess. Anyway, the pressing is absolutely mint and so quiet. Japanese pressings, anybody who collects records knows. If you have any Japanese pressings, you know that these Japanese pressings are just amazing. This comes with an OBI. This is your OBI, okay? And it shows you all the records that came out that you can collect. Of course, these, in Japan, that's, get the Japanese pressings and then they make more money. There you go. All right, so anyway, Live and More. I actually have played this a few times and it's just incredibly quiet. There's the back, again, if you haven't seen it. And I loved it so much, I got 2 copies because I'm a whack job. All right. Hey, and then here's another EP, 5-track EP. This is before English Settlement, right before English Settlement, actually, I suppose. And it's called 5 Senses. And there are 5 tracks on here of XTC tracks, B-sides and A-sides. It's again, it's an odd collection. It's got Smokeless Zone, which was on here, that label record, and then it has Officer Blue, the B-side of Respectable Street in England, and then it also has Strange Tales. Officer Blue's track 2 and Strange Tales is track 5. Track 3 is Wait Till Your Boat Goes Down, which was an A-side from around the time that Drums and Wires came out, but they didn't record it along with the bulk of the album. It was a separate session. I can't remember who was there. It wasn't Steve Lillywhite who produced it. And then it also has Don't Lose Your Temper, which was another B-side from Black Sea, from Generals and Majors, that release, that single release. Anyway, beautiful cover, and the guy who did this cover actually put a note about it in Discogs. If you want to check it out, look this up. I think it was in Discogs. He put a note in there about how he was so excited to be able to put this together, and I love what the guy did. I love this album cover. So, and here is the actual record, and I have played this about 4 years ago. I cranked this up. Five Senses. Here's the B-side. So it's a brown label with that Virgin Records logo on it. XTC 5 Senses. It's beautiful. This is a Canadian EP. This was released out of Canada, and I love it. Really nice. Again, in pretty awesome shape. Looks like maybe it did get a little bit banged up here. Just a little bit. Not so bad. Right. So I'll put it back. Here is a bootleg I got from a friend of mine. I used to work with this guy. It's got the same cover as the Generals and Majors 7-inch single. And here's the back. This is live in recorded live at the Hammersmith Odeon, or is it Odeon? I don't know how to say Odeon. If that's it, cool. Life begins at the hop, burning with optimism's flame. Love at first sight, respectable street. No language in our lungs. This is pop and Scissor Man. And you flip it over and you get Towers of London, Battery Brides, Living Through Another Cuba, Generals and Majors, and Set Myself on Fire. Interesting how the last 4 tracks, Battery Brides, Living Through Another Cuba, and Generals and Majors, and Set Myself on Fire, they have all been officially released on British singles, on B-sides. So, live versions, I mean. So, I don't know if these were the ones. Could be, actually, now that I think about it. This is actually in a pretty good condition. Well, the record itself is in great condition, and the recordings are pretty clear. And here it is, Fury Records. So it is an unauthorized release, no doubt about it. Years and years of owning this have allayed all my fears about the FBI smashing down our front door to take this record away from me. So here, I'm showing it to you now, and I'm going to put it back and put it away, and we will move on. Trying to see, it's already almost been an hour, and I'm trying to go through this quickly. All right, I need to put this in a plastic sleeve, I guess. One day. All right. A year or two later, 1982, XTC released this awesome 2-record set. This is English Settlement, and English Settlement is just an absolutely amazing record. Or I should say album, because it's really 2 records. It is absolutely just fantastic. Right? Here's your spine. All right. So, taking pretty good care of this over the years. The records themselves are absolutely gorgeous, as are the inner sleeves. Really beautiful. Original pressings have these really beautiful labels. Do. And then tre and quattro. Yeah, nice. It's kind of unfortunate because my particular copy has, I guess, a slight pressing defect that requires me to crank up the weight a bit on the tone arm for me to play it properly at the beginning of side 1. Side 2, no problem. Side 1, problem. Here is the inner sleeve for record 1. Here's the words for 1 and 2. Sides 1 and 2, right? And then here's the inner sleeve for record 2, and the words, the lyrics for sides 3 and 4. What is in here, you ask? Oh, some kind of a thing. I don't know what this is. I printed this out. I'm not sure what it is, what it's from. 1980, it says 1981 was a year of consolidation and adventure for XTC. Consolidation in the form of the ever-growing appreciation of the group both here and in the USA. Here is, I guess, England. But anyway, I'm not sure what this is, so if anybody sees this and you know what this is, I would love it if you told me what it was, because I can't remember what it is. And I actually kept a bunch of copies of this. And put them in this inner sleeve. Anyway, so there is there's an original pressing. Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't perfect because of side 1. I don't know, I probably should have went back to the record store and said, hey, man. But I was able to, with my Technics turntable, I didn't really have a whole lot of problem playing side 1. Just boosted the weight a bit. On my Audio Technica turntable, I have to crank it up just a little bit more, but I can play it, and often do. Oops. Put this in upside down, and I can't deal with that. So let's fix it. I apologize for how long this is taken. All right, here's English Settlement, my original pressing. Here is a box set that I got from Ape. The hype sticker, 2 33 1/3 RPM LPs pressed on 200 gram super heavyweight vinyl. A new cut from the original stereo master. 16-page book of sleeve notes, artwork, and photos by the band and lyric booklet. And then a CD transfer of the original master. So this just has everything. I'm not going to pull it out. The actual records look different. You know, it's got Ape on it, and it's real nice. But I'm not going to pull that out. Let me know if that pissed you off, and I'll do a supplemental video on English Settlement. Here, this is the Rough Trade Essential Edition. This is essential. It says right here. Okay? So you have to get this. That's all you're waiting for. This is again from Ape. And this is, I believe, the clear vinyl release. Yeah. Yes, sir. That's what it is. Now, you gotta admit, this is really nice. Right? Nice. 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 So you get this inner sleeve, or inner insert, and yeah, here we go. XTC English Settlement. Yeah, both records are this clear vinyl. Now, a new one came out that's, I think, yellow vinyl. I think it's English Settlement on yellow vinyl. And I'm like, you know what? I have 3 copies of this now. I don't think I'm going to get yellow vinyl. I'm not going to show you sides 3 and 4. They look just like sides 1 and 2, except they say 3 and 4. And they have a little ape on it. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is put it back in here. The thing I like, it's the textured sleeve. Nice dark green, almost black. But I kind of wish that it kind of resembled the original release with the like larger font on the spine and stuff like that, man. It's stupid. It's maybe an OCD kind of a thing, or it's just my preference. I would prefer that. I mean, I would prefer that they have replicas of the original labels, because those custom labels are absolutely beautiful, but they don't. So there. Right. When they put the album out, they released some 12-inch singles. Here's one of them. Senses Working Overtime. And there is what it looks like. Now the 7-inch single doesn't have all that colored, those colored pictures on the back of the sleeve. They did release a special one where you can open it up and all that information is hidden inside. And it also includes the lyrics for the 2 songs that are on the B side of the 7-inch single, which would be Blame the Weather and Tissue Tigers. Side 1 of this record has Senses Working Overtime. It has the album version of it, plus Egyptian Solution, which is the Homo Safari series number 3 track. I like this. It's beautiful. Here's the record. It is absolutely in absolutely beautiful condition. And Blame the Weather and Tissue Tigers, the arguers. Really, this is just a beautiful copy of this 45. And the actual inner sleeve is very, very soft. Okay. All right. All right, there you go. Here is the second of 2 12-inch singles. So here's Ball and Chain. There's 2 tracks on side 1, Ball and Chain, and then and I believe it's the album version. It's the same length as the LP version. And then Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass, which is the unique, otherwise unreleased version. You can get this version of Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass, I believe, only on the vinyl releases that came out at the time. This 12-inch and the 7-inch have that version of it on it. Punch and Judy starts off side 2, and then Cockpit Dance Mixture is another a track that's unique to this side, and I believe it's also on Rag and Bone Buffet. And again, this is it's a beautiful release with really nice custom labels. See? Huh? Right? Punch and Judy. Yeah, the cockpit dance mixture is a remix by Andy Partridge of Down in the Cockpit. So here you go. I'm trying to keep this in as great a shape as I can. No ring wear on this, right? Huh? See? Oops. I'm just gonna put it away, and I just thought I'd spin it around one more time for you people, because that is what I do. I love it. I love this. I've had it since it came out in 1982, and like 40 plus years or something. Yeah, 42 years ago. All right. Well, XTC stopped touring, and I guess Virgin Records said, okay, let's put out a greatest hits package. So what they did was they released some singles, and here is some singles. These are all the A-sides from 1977 through 1982. Beautiful custom I should put this on the outside of the thing. Yeah. Here I actually have the hype sticker that came with this, and it came with 2 records in England. There was a special package. That came with Waxworks and then Beeswax. So I'm going to show you that other records shortly. Here's the custom label for Waxworks. Side 1. Did they get Phil Collins to scribble this stuff? No, it's not Phil Collins. He used cursive writing anyway on his records. It was Virgin though, and it was Collins was with them by '82. Here, side 2. And the thing that you want to know about this album is that the song "Wait Till Your Boat Goes Down" is a slightly longer version than the 45 version. There's like an 8-bar guitar break that is in the song that was edited out of the single. So if you're not familiar with the song, or if you're like, what are you talking about? It sounds the same to me. Listen to it again. Just A-B them and you'll hear it. You'll notice the guitar break right away. You know what? If you're not an XTC fan, maybe you won't. I find it hard to believe that you could miss it. But anyway, it is a slightly longer version on this album. So there you go. So there's Waxworks. And I'm sure Andy was the clever fellow who came up with Beeswax, which is awesome. The perfect name for this. And here, look, there's a bee on the back of this record. See? So yellow and brown. This beautiful yellow and brown cover. in freaking mint condition. It's not worn out or nothing. And oh wow, look at this, awesome. There's 8 tracks on this side, because She's So Squared, a dance band, then Hang On to the Night, then Heat Wave, Instant Tunes, Pulsing, Don't Lose Your Temper, Smokeless Zone. Then you flip it over and you get The Somnambulist, Blame the Weather, Tissue Tigers, Punch and Judy, and then Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass. The version of Heaven is Paved with Broken Glass on this B-side is not the same as on the 12-inch single that I just showed you a couple of records ago. So there you go. Of course, that makes this kind of essential in a way. If you don't have Rag and Bone Buffet, you're gonna, well, if you want it on vinyl, here it is, it's right here. So there. But this is the British album that came, it was paired up with the other one, the A sides, and here's the B sides. So there you go, Beeswax, awesome. A year or so later, they released Mummer, and here is my version, my copy of Mummer that I bought back in 1983 when it came out, and it is a British import. And Mummer is just one of these albums that it's just this really great collection of songs. It's really great. Side B. Nothing really special about the label, but it is unique to this album. And just 10 really great songs, along with some great B-sides. Oh, please allow me. Here's the inner sleeve. It comes with the lyrics and the credits. Terry Chambers was still with them. He plays on at least 2 tracks, maybe 3. Right, there you go. So there's Dave and Colin and Gregsy, and this is just a beautiful record, a beautiful release. I mean, I know that Virgin executives are going, oh, he's not touring. They're not touring. Well, you know what? The Beatles stopped touring after '66, and boy, oh boy, look what they did. This is like XTC Sgt. Pepper. It's not even a concept album. It's just this really cool collection of stuff, you know? There's nothing connected here, all these songs, but what a great album. It's a great album. All right? British import. And okay, let's take a look at some of the 12-inch singles that came out. Well, let's take a look at all of them. But here's one. Great Fire and Gold. And then this has Frost Circus and Procession Towards Learning Land. That's Homo Safari Series number 5 and number 6, respectively, Speaking. Beautiful, right? And here's your label. All right. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. Cool. You really, I'll tell you, after years and years of handling these things, I'll tell you what, man, you really got to be careful. You really don't want to manhandle these things to mess them up. You really don't. Boy, I really don't. So I am very careful. Anyway, here's Love on a Farm Boy's Wages. Again, you have some great music that is unique to this record. You have, of course, you have the album version, I believe. It's the album version of the A-side, Love on a Farm Boy's Wages. And there's only one track on side one. Side two has 3 tracks. It's got Burning with Optimism's Flame, English Roundabout, and then Cut It Out. 3 live tracks. All right, so there you go. There's your custom label for side one. And side two has a similar label. Actually, it's exactly the same. So all right, you want to see? There you go. See? You can see there's 3 tracks, right? A nice EP of live material that they were able to grab before Andy stopped touring. This thing's got like blood stains on it. I think maybe I was bleeding one night and I don't know what this is. Anyway, I'm not showing that to you guys, you crazy knuckleheads. All right, here we go. We'll put this away. And we're going to move on to the next chapter in XTC's Wild Ride. That was from '83. In '84, they didn't release anything. They kind of took a sabbatical, I suppose you could say. And so what happened was, in '85, 4 guys got together as the Dukes of Stratosphere, and they released 25 O'Clock. All right? And they looked suspiciously like XTC, so with some differences. E-I-E-I-O-N. Yeah. Sir John Johns was the guy who was singing and playing guitar and brain buds. The Red Curtain was the electric bass player and song stuff. Lord Cornelius Plum played the mellotron, the piano, the organ, and the fuzz tone guitar. And E.I.E.I. Owen played on the drums. If I remember correctly, E.I.E.I. Owen was Cornelius Plum's little brother, if I think that's right. Here, look at this record. It's on Virgin Records, so you know it's psychedelic. I'm so glad for that really cool looking Virgin Records label. I believe Roger Dean is responsible for it. Yeah, sure looks like Roger Dean's work, his handiwork, right? Yes. Of course it is. Roger Dean. And this album, I guess I could call it a mini album or an EP, has the song Mole in the Ministry. The Mole from the Ministry. The Mole from the Ministry is the last song on side 2. There's 6 songs on here. 25 O'Clock, a great song. Bike Ride to the Moon, My Love Explodes, All three songs are great. And then you flip it over and you hear What in the World, which is awesome, Your Gold Dress, and The Mole from the Ministry. Now, The Mole from the Ministry is an absolute masterpiece. And if you've never heard it before and you like the Beatles, well, you have to play it. You look it up on YouTube or something, because The Mole from the Ministry is like, it's just really great. Like, it's almost like an alternate version of I Am the Walrus by the Beatles. It's just this really freaking great song. It's really amazing. And the way that the song flows is very similar to I Am the Walrus. And it's got the same cool, plodding rhythm. So just check it out if you never heard it before. If you're watching this, you have. Who am I kidding? But anyway, so the Dukes of Stratosphere, they came and went really fast, but they left that really cool EP behind. And then XTC returned to Earth and released the Big Express. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. So the Big Express. And here it is, you guys. This is what it looks like. This is what the album cover looks like. And here's the back of it. You do not need to adjust your phone. The picture is accurate. If you're seeing a round record cover, that's what this is. It was released as a limited edition round album cover. So here it is. Here's the round inner sleeve. Here it is, the round inner sleeve with the words, the round words on the round inner sleeve. And here's the three guys who are responsible for the music on this record here. You know? And then I took one of the lined inner sleeves that I had, and I made it round so that it would fit in here and not ruin the packaging, because it was really important for me to protect the album. I can't remember what side one, so let me oh, here it is. Here it is, side one and then two. Duh. So the custom labels are again just beautiful, right? Side one and side two. I think that this record, when it came out, it got kind of a bad rap, and I'm not sure why. But even I wasn't like all that keen on it, although there are songs on here that I absolutely love. I Remember the Sun by Colin is a song on here that is just an amazing piece of music. Oh my God. Really, you know, just fantastic. I love it. Here, I'm going to put this back in here very carefully, and then I'm going to put it back in here very carefully, if I can. And then I'm going to put it all back in there really carefully, because it's so delicate, because it's this round cover that you you know, it's all opened up all over the place. But man, this is a really great album. It requires a little, Wake Up, such a great song. Another Colin track. It was a single. And of course, this album has the song That's This World Over. Another, just if you want to think about what the hell's going on in our world today, listen to that song and think about what they're saying. And yeah, we have some problems with Russia and Ukraine, and the Middle East is about to explode, and just everybody's a mess. And I think it's by design. People are making money. It's the way, the sad truth of it. Anyway, great album. Here, there are 3 12-inch singles. Here's all you pretty girls. And B-side is Wash Away, and then Red Brick Dream. Red Brick Dream was only released as a B-side on this 12-inch. Wash Away is on the 7-inch. Red Brick Dream is so short, they could have probably fit it on the B-side of the 7-inch, but I guess they wanted people to buy, you know, the 12-inch. Here is This World Over. Oh my God, great song. And then Blue Overall is the B-side. Only one song on the B-side of this. Okay, slight wrinkles in here. It was due to moisture that affected the cover years ago. And here's Wake Up. This is a slightly more damaged, unfortunately. Just down here though. One day maybe I'll pick up a replacement copy, and if I don't, I think I can live with this. Wake Up has, this is actually a 6-song EP. Wake Up, side 1 is Wake Up, Take This Town, and Mantis on Parole. Those are 3, this came out as a 7-inch format as well. And Wake Up is side 1, and then side 2 has those 2 songs, Take This Town and Mantis on Parole. And here you can see that the record, there was no damage to the actual record itself. Just that cover got a little bit messed up at the bottom. All right, so there's that guy still sleeping. And here's this B-side. And the B-side was a bunch of hits. Making Plans for Nigel, Sergeant Rock, and Senses Working Overtime. For people, for latecomers, I guess, who aren't familiar with the hits, and they go, oh, these guys are the guys who did those songs too. This has an article that was in the Aquarian Weekly. I made a copy of it, and because I was working at AT&T, so I made copies of this. And for some dumb reason, I didn't cut the bottom off. It would have been smart. But anyway, the whole article is in here. Interview with Andy Partridge. So I'm keeping it with this record. And just put it away. Put it back here. Oh my goodness. And then a year later, the Dukes of Stratosphere returned with a vengeance and some new songs. And they put this beautiful record out, Sonic Sunspot. Or Pussonic Sunspot. And here it is. Beautiful dark purple marble finish, or pressing I should say, really. Sonic Sunspot. There you go, you can see it. It is very sonic. And here's the flip side. Awesome. Beautiful. What a cool looking record. One of my favorite albums that I own. And the music on it's not so bad too. It's pretty darn good. All right. Hold on, let's take a look. There's no insert. You don't get the words. But you get this cool mirror image. And you get this beautiful cover on the A side. And with the hype sticker that tells you that's color. And then this cool B side. With your track listing right there. So there you go. All right, there it is. That's what you want to see. And this came with a 12-inch single was released. You're a Good Man, Albert Brown, and then Vanishing Girl. That was on, those two songs are on the A side, and The Mole from the Ministries on side B, along with My Love Explodes. Really. Vanishing Girl. Whoop. Yeah, there she is. Now she's not. A 7-inch single was a color vinyl similar to the album, but this is black vinyl with really neat labels, orange and purple, right, just to mess with your mind. But they're supposed to be green and red. Oh, whatever will we do? It's okay, man. Just take some brown acid and forget about it. Okay, I'll do it. No, you won't. All right, so there you go. Good Man, Albert Brown. Oh, here is Skylarking, 1987. Oh, 86. It says 86. This is the British release of Skylarking. It's actually a textured sleeve. Can you see that? Wait, you know, I don't know. You can feel it. It's a textured sleeve. So here, I'll touch it for you. There, see? Very textured. And whoops. Here's the, whoops. Whoa, holy mackerel. So here's the inner sleeve, right? And here's the surround sound release, surround sound series. Here is the beautiful custom labels. Awesome. And it's really, this is an original pressing from back in 1986 or 87. And it's so thin, it's amazing. It sounds good to my tin ears, as I like to say. Wow. Stuff. The original receipt from when I bought this, it's still in here. Oh my God, so weird. Anyway, so this is a British import with Dear God's not on here. So what do you think of that? It's not on here. This is a domestic pressing, and it's actually cut out. This has Dear God, Dying, and Sacrificial Bonfire, the last 3 tracks on side 2. It's actually slightly dinged up a bit here. But the record itself is in beautiful condition. It's got a Geffen Records label. I'm not going to pull that out. But because the track listing is different and it has Dear God, I decided I wanted to get a copy of the domestic pressing. So here it is. That's the only reason why. And here is the 12-inch single, Grass. B-side is Extrovert and Dear God. Okay, and the label, of course, is just beautiful. Like the 7-inch has a very similar design, label design, and it's just beautiful. All right, and then here you go. Here's all right. Extrovert is a non-album B-side. Wow, this thing is in really beautiful condition. No water damage to this, and the record and the sleeve are really in really great, just about perfect condition. Here's another second of 3 singles, 12-inch singles that came out from this album. Side 1, Dear God. They finally put it out on the A side, and Big Day. And then the B side is another satellite. It's a BBC recording from February 22nd, 1987, recorded live for the Sunday show. Another satellite. Just beautiful. Made in England stickers all over it, so you know where it was made. In England. Right, in case there was any question as to where maybe it was produced. You know, England wants full credit for it. I don't blame them. All right. So it's Dear God. Here's the A side, custom labels again. And here's the B side, another satellite. I'm pretty sure that another satellite is on the BBC box set, the CD box set. But here is that record in beautiful condition. We're getting close to the end here, dudes, dudettes. Oh, and here is here's a really great 12-inch 45 that you're gonna want. The Meeting Place. It's been a while since I pulled it out. And the B side is 4 tracks, 4 demos. Terrorism, Let's Make a Den, Find the Fox, and The Troubles. All right. So here you go, The Meeting Place. Actually, yeah, The Meeting Place and The Man Who Sailed Around His Soul are both on the side 1 of this record here. And here's the custom labels for it. Oops. This is the B side. Here's side 1. Or side A. Whatever it is. And then here's side B. Virgin Records. Alright. So there you go. Produced by Todd Rundgren. Another artist I love. Amazing, you get a couple of artists, they get in a room together to produce music and all hell breaks loose. Because all the ideas and all the egos clash. And I love both these guys, and yeah, Andy's like, hey man, and Todd's like, and they just can't get along. But they managed to stay together long enough to produce this really awesome album. And then later in '89, they put out this freaking beautiful album. Oranges and Lemons was one of the first CDs I ever bought. But I managed to score a copy of the vinyl record album years later. And this is actually a Canadian pressing. I believe it is a Canadian pressing. Made in Canada. And there you go, see? Not kidding. Oranges and Lemons. And here's what the Canadian pressing looks like. Now, I don't know. See, blue, dark blue label. God, I need to clean it off. Here's side B. Oh my God, this is a beautiful album, and boy, it sure sounds, it sounds good to me, and it's fun for me to pull this out every once in a while and play it. Sometimes I'll pull out, there's a 3 CD set in a little, looks like a card box, a playing cards box, and the CD, and they're 3-inch CDs, and they have all the tracks from the album, but they had to reverse, they had to change the track order so that everything would fit. There's 15 songs on this album. Excuse me, I'm exhausted. Here's side 4. Here's side 3. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm so tired. But anyway, so this is the Canadian pressing, and I don't know if it's really different looking than what came out maybe in England, or if they look about the same. I don't know, because I don't have an English pressing. But I do have these, and here are the two inner sleeves. Oh, see, here's the words. Here's all the words. Word. And here's Andy. And here's Colin. And here's Gregsy. So there you go. So let me put everything back in here. Oy vey. Oh, what a beautiful package. Oh. So there's my Canadian pressing of Oranges and Lemons in stereo. Let me show you the mono pressing of that album. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a mono pressing of it. I don't think that was ever released. Hey man, here's one of the new items that I picked up about 2 or 3 years ago, actually. And this is a specially priced maxi single. This is a domestic pressing here in America. I believe it's American. Geffen Records, Virgin Records has their stamp on here as well. Made in USA. And the reason that the reason I wanted to get my hands on this is because it has the Mayor of Simpleton and One of the Millions on side 1, but side 2 has Ella Guru, and then the 2 demos, Living in a Haunted Heart and The Good Things. There it is. All right, here you go. Here's the back of it. Here's the front of it. All right, in really good condition. And here's the back of it. And I think that this is the only place you can get a copy of these 3. Well, I'm sorry, Ella Guru is actually on a compilation of like tribute to Captain Beefheart, Ella Guru. But you can't get, I don't think you can get these 2 songs anywhere else on vinyl. I don't think so. If I'm wrong, and you know I'm wrong, tell me. Please put it down here at the bottom somewhere in the comments section, along with your cursing me out for wasting all your time. Because it's such a long, drawn out video. Because I don't edit my videos, I'm too lazy. You know, if you need to fast forward, just go beep, 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 or just put your finger on the screen and it goes, and then, you know, it's like you get through it a lot quicker. But anyway, I apologize for that. But anyway, Ella Guru, Living in a Haunted Heart, and The Good Things. And this record is in mint condition. I am so pleased to have this. Unfortunately, I don't think they did the same thing for the next record, which was King for a Day. In England, on CD, they released King for a Day, and then they they had a couple more demos. Apparently, they didn't do that. They didn't release a 12-inch specially priced maxi single for that. In England, they did put this out. Mayor of Simpleton and One of the Millions, and it has Ella Guru. VST 1158. Yeah, here you go. Here's the 12-inch single for Mayor of Simpleton out of England. And look, I don't even have it in a line sleeve because I'm a slug. Yeah. The label started to get kind of like cheesy looking. XTC, you know, Virgin Records. They weren't pushing vinyl anymore. They were pushing their CDs. I guess, you know, it's so much easier to press a CD, and they said, hey, buy CDs. And I guess to discourage people, they started getting, they started pressing boring looking records. It's very sad. I'm gonna cry. So anyway, there's Mayor of Simpleton. Here is a special pressing of Mayor of Simpleton. Side 1 is Mayor of Simpleton and Dear God, and side 2 is Senses working overtime and making plans for Nigel. So you have some hits. Same label design. I'm not going to pull this out. I'm not going to reward that with another look. I think I got this from my friend Jody and Joe. My friends Jody and Joe. Thanks, Jody and Joe. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Here's King for a Day. This is King for a Day, the 12-inch mix. And then the 7-inch version. That's okay. And Happy Families is also on the B side of this. Yeah, you don't need to see the label. It's just the boring thing I just showed you. Same thing on here. The Loving and Cynical Days. And then The World is Full of Angry Young Men is a previously unreleased B-side. And I love having it on here. Whoa, be careful. All right, and then here is, what could this be? Hey, it's the last album from the classic Virgin Records releases. None Such, and this is a British import. V2699. Here's the back of it. It's so beautiful. I love having this album on vinyl. I love having a complete set of Virgin Records on vinyl out of England, except maybe for the German Black Sea and that Canadian Oranges and Lemons. I have British releases of everything else and love them, and they are beautiful. And this does come with inserts. Here, let's just pull it all out and I'll show it to you. You know. Here you go. Right? Beautiful. And then here's the rest of the lyrics for everything else. And here are beautiful custom labels for record 1. Right? And what they did was they listed all the song titles on the flip side here. Of course, they did the same for this. All right, you can see it in there. All right, same thing, you know, same design. It's beautiful. It was a good idea. So at least with the albums, they were still being really cool. Let's put these back. Let's put these back. So beautiful, lovely English pressing that is in. It was sealed when I got it, so yeah, mint condition. Flimsy as all get out. But I'm pleased enough with it. It's fine. It's just fine. All right. And there were no 12-inch singles from that album, at least not that I'm aware of. Here is the repress of Apple Venus, Ape Records. I'm not going to pull that out. And here is the repress of Wasp Star. Again, I'm not going to pull this out. I'm happy to have it. And then here are the 3 Andy Partridge EPs that were released. I actually have 2 copies of this. I just moved one aside. These are beautiful. These are absolutely beautiful. And you got 4 songs that Andy had written for other artists. And these are the demos. I believe that, I don't think he touched these up or anything. But look at these covers. I mean, look at this packaging. So you get all the lyrics. And you get some notes about the songs. All right. And they made it look like it's kind of like got stains on it, like he left it on the kitchen table, and you know, he's drinking coffee, he's writing the songs and whatever, you know, whatever. And then look at these labels, custom labels: Ghost Train, Great Day. Oh my God! Right? This is the very first of 3 EPs so far. Maybe a 4th one's coming out. That would be cool. And the record it's not like 180 grams. It's relatively thin and beautiful. Beautiful pressing, nice and clean. Makes me want to listen to all 3 of these things tonight, but it's already 3:15, so maybe we'll do this tomorrow night. I might come home from work. Great recordings, real clean. I tell you, Andy is one hell of a songsmith. I know I gush over Colin and his like certain songs by Colin, but Andy's just freaking amazing too. Who are we kidding? Who am I kidding? All right, here's the second of 3 EPs. Again, a beautiful package, keeping it consistent. And look, Look at that. See, 2. It's not side 2. It's EP number 2. So see. By the way, these play at 33. They don't play at 45. Just thought I'd let you know that, just in case. Just in case you put it on and you freak out and you go, "What's this, Alvin and the Chipmunks?" What is this? All right, so let's put this back. I mean, Seesaw, Let's Make Everything Love, and Come On Back, and Love Is the Future. Just look at the package. How could you not want a copy of this if you're like a fan of XTC and of Andy Partridge? How could you not want this? So beautiful, right? And then EP3, right? And this one is like a Christmas EP. See? And I did pull this out and I played it over this season. Holy mackerel. It's just, man, just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And see, Christmas cheer, Christmas career, not Christmas cheer, Christmas career, this failed Christmas career. Oh, Andy, you are something else, dude. So, I love it. I love these things. And it is absolutely freaking beautiful. These are all new that I'm showing you. I never showed these before. Let's put this in here. And then we still have, what is this? Guillotine. 10-inch records that are in my collection. Here's Guillotine. I don't believe this has the poster. It does have the inner insert, but no poster. And here's the old Virgin Records label. This has Traffic Light Rock. Stop and go all of the time. Right? Yeah, Traffic Light Rock. Right here. Stop and go all of the time. Traffic Light Rock. Stop and go. And I remember scoring this and going, wow, cool, man. Traffic Light Rock. And it's like really short. It's like 1 minute and 40 seconds. And I was like, well, I was glad. I was thankful that this was not too expensive. I don't know what it is going for now. I don't think it's all that expensive yet, which is kind of cool. No, here's the. It's weird because you flip it over vertically, not sideways, to see what's on the cover. You flip it like this. Whatever. So here's Guillotine. This came out long time ago on Virgin Records and tapes. No, not on tapes, just records. in Canada, when Ball and Chain came out, they released this funky little disc. You notice the green tinting on the front and the back, and look here, they show you the album that it's from, huh? Right? Very cool. Well, here's the record here. I got these inner sleeves, man. I paid freaking money so I could protect these things. And here's your Ball and Chain. No Thugs in Our House and Punchin' Judy's, the B-side. All right, so this is a unique record. But here, check this out as well. See? You see that it's got a green tint to it? Actually, I can't see that. I really can't. Is it green? It just looks clear to me. Oh well, so much for that. It doesn't look green at all. It looks kind of clear. But here anyway, it is green. It's got a green. You know, it doesn't really look green even when I hold it up to the light over there. So how about that? It did look like dark green years ago when I first got it. So I don't know if the colors changed. That's actually happened on some records that I have. It's very bizarre. Printed in Canada. There's a Canadian release. I remember I got this freaking a long time ago because I was like, what? 10-inch record? How cool is that? So, yeah, I was really into it, man. And then, of course, with None Such, The Disappointed came out as a 10-inch single with The Smartest Monkeys and Humble Daisy on side B. Right? You see? All right. It's very simple packaging. Nice though. Disappointed. I like having this beige sleeve, and it matches the. It almost matches the label itself. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I'm disappointed. What are you so disappointed for? There you go. Yeah, really cool. In absolute mint condition. I bought this when it came out. And have taken really good care of, obviously. There we go. A couple more left to show off. Here's Andy Partridge, Apples and Oranges, and Humanoid Boogie. Here's where I think they made a mistake. And yeah, I'm gonna bitch about it, and damn it, I'm gonna bitch about it, and you're gonna sit there and take it. So what did they do? These big dum-dums, I don't know why they did this. They released Apples and Oranges and Humanoid Boogie, and what they did was they put the same song on both sides, on one side, Apples and Oranges on one side, and then Humanoid Boogie, stereo and mono. Why wouldn't you just put the mono recordings on one side and the stereo recordings on the other side. So now you can just sit there and you can, I don't know, I would prefer to have the mono recordings on one side and the stereo on the other side. You can always A/B it if you want, but anyway, that's what they did, and I think that was not the best idea. Okay, that's what I think. And if anybody agrees with me, please let me know. Am I in the minority here? I do not know. All right. Nice record. Great songs. I just wish that I could listen to the mono versions on one side and the stereo on the other. That would be what I would like to do. And I can't do it because you guys didn't press it that way. So I'm very disappointed. But I am happy to have the record. Anyway, it's nice. Here's Robin Hinch. Sorry, love. Robin Hitchcock and Andy Partridge. Sorry, love, we're closed. Planet England. I'm just reading what it says on the front cover. This is just a beautiful cover. Whew. Lyrics on the back. And nice custom label. Here's the B side, right? Here's side A. Robin Hitchcock and Andy Partridge get together and put out this 4-song EP, and I have not listened to it in a while, so it will get played in the next several days. Definitely going to crank this up. And that. Right? And then there's one more. Can you guess which one this is? Of course you can. This is TC and I. Terry Chambers and me. TC and I think that's really sweet of Colin to put that like that. Terry Chambers and I. TC and I. Great Aspirations. And this has the songs Scatter Me, Greatness, The Aspirations song. And then side 2 is Kenny and Comrades of Pop. So it's Colin and Terry. Beautiful custom label. I should say custom labels because here's the one, side 1. And side 2 with the track listings. And oops. And here's the inner bag, so to speak. The record came in here. You know, picture of those guys together hanging out, and here they are again. Beautiful. I love it. I love seeing these two together here. Just sweet, you know? So that is everything. That is my 12-inch collection and my 7-inch collection. Everything that is new. I finally got a chance to show it off. And thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to put these away now. And I'm going to turn off this thing. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. Good Lord. How do you people do it? I guess that's it, and I will see you another time.